Welcome to the podcast for Brain and Cortland in the morning on 98.1 K-Hawk.
Cedar Rapids, number one for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Outskirts from Sam Hunt. Good morning. It's Brain and Cortland on a Tuesday morning, the 1st of October.
By September.
Wake me up when September ends.
Wake up.
Yep, time to wake up.
It's over.
It's over with. Here we are.
I'm wearing a pumpkin shirt, a skeleton sweatshirt, and ghosty earrings. The trifecta of Halloween, because nobody can say now that it's too early to celebrate.
You're spookier than ever.
I feel like I'm spookier than ever.
I know. Our house, of course, just like yours, you put your fall decorations up early, but our house has also exploded into shades of orange and
good
burnt umber, and
as it should be.
And yeah, I look forward to it. And here's the other thing this year. And we were talking with my family about it over the weekend. I said, you know what? As soon as Halloween comes and goes and we're done with that season, I go, let's just get Christmas out right away.
Oh, my goodness.
And I know what you're thinking.
Who am I sitting across from right now?
And I know what you're thinking. Brain, what about Thanksgiving? And you're right. No, I will hold Thanksgiving dear and close to my heart. Maybe
There's just
more
not
so.
very many good decorations for Thanksgiving.
There just aren't. And the kids really want to get Christmas stuff out earlier, too. And I thought, you know what? Do it for the kids.
It only took you 50 years, but you're finally on board.
This thing inside my chest is slowly beginning to thaw.
It's like the Grinch in real life.
In a way, it is.
You have made so many arguments over the years. Wait until Thanksgiving's over. How dare you decorate for Christmas?
I know.
But I feel like it's just so much work to decorate for Christmas. Why not leave it up for as long as you can?
Yeah.
Why not enjoy the fruits of your labors for as long as possible?
I know. I look back, and I used to really, really get fired up and angry about this.
We would have an argument about it every year.
And maybe there'll be a day that I feel a little more passionate than I do, but today is not that day. I just figure, you know what? And I've said this before, too. Do what makes you happy. Life is too short to worry about the days that you need to get your Christmas decorations up, or should you have them up. I don't care what you do. Do what makes you happy.
Wow.
So, anyway.
You've grown so much in the last
Thank you. Thank you so
year.
much. I am mature. And,
are you?
Well, sometimes. although as of next Monday, I will also be eligible for AARP. So, yeah.
Good for you.
It's time that I try, acting a little more like an adult. So
I'm so proud.
Thanks. It's early, and things can only go downhill from here. It's Braden Cortland and K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids, number one for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Jelly Roll, and I am not okay. Good morning. It's Braden and Cortland.
I'm not okay, Brain.
Deep breaths here, Cortland.
I've never had one of these, but they are officially back at Culver's today. Yeah. Have you heard of the Curder Burger?
So I have not. First of all, can we just talk about Culver's and their burgers? They're great.
They're so good.
I love a butter burger.
If I want like an inexpensive burger that I know is going to be good, Culver's is like my go-to.
Yeah. And so apparently they have a specialty burger. Is this available only for a limited time?
Yes,
is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't know if you know the story behind the Curder Burger, but it was originally an April Fool's Day joke. And people were like, Culver's, no, you should really make this.
Yeah.
And so they started making it. And so once a year, they put out the Curder Burger. And that is officially kicking off today. And it will only be served through the 14th.
Oh, wow. So we got like 2 weeks to get this thing.
Yes. Yes.
So let's explain to people what the Curder Burger has that makes it unique.
It's a burger, and then instead of, just taking like cheese curds and smashing them on there, they have like a giant cheese curd patty that they put on top of it.
Yeah, they do.
It's like a second patty. It's like, here's your meat patty. Here's your cheese curd patty. Does it not look beautiful?
It looks like it would destroy me, but I don't care.
I would let that take a month off my life.
I would welcome the misery that accompanies that because, oh my God, look at it's just.
I know.
Okay.
I have to try it. Also, did you see what else they're going to be launching this month?
I have not.
So starting on the 15th, which is apparently National Cheese Curd Day.
Yeah.
They're going to be releasing hot honey cheese curds.
Well, stop me in my tracks, Culver's. What are you talking about here?
I don't know, but Culver's, they're doing the most.
Wow. It's funny we were talking about Culver's because I had to take Carly to an appointment yesterday, and after we got done, we were up in Hiawatha. She's like, Dad, can we stop by Culver's? I'm like, can we? Yeah, we can.
Okay, so just to clarify, the 1st through the 15th or the 14th, you can get the Curder Burger.
Yes.
Starting the 15th through Halloween, you can get the hot honey cheese curds, which have a touch of sweet heat flavor from a hot honey breading.
You know, I find it very comforting that Culver's is concerned about my cheese consumption and will not offer me these two items at the same time.
If there was something I could say you were missing from your diet, Brain, it would be cheese. Your cheese intake is very low.
Especially fried cheese. That's really where I'm missing out.
I'm pretty sure that's on the food pyramid in the Midwest.
Yeah, it's right at the gooey bottom. Listen, it looks amazing. If you haven't seen the Curder Burger, check it out now on the 98.1.
Oh, it looks so good.
K-Hawk app. Is there a breakfast version? Just curious.
I don't know. Culver's, are you listening?
Hit us up. Call us. We're Brain and Cortland. Cedar Rapids, number 1 for New Country, 98.1. K-Hawk with Jason Aldean. It's Lights Come On. Brain and Cortland, waiting for the lights to come on. It's still early. It's Brain and Cortland. Good morning.
Where's the sun?
It's not up yet. Speaking of that, are you just amazed at how depressingly early it gets dark now?
I know. It's just like you snapped your fingers and all of a sudden.
I know. I'm like, well, I guess I should go to bed. And Holly's like, it's 7:15. I'm like, what? I can't help it. It's dark.
It's only going to get worse from here.
I know.
I actually was complaining. It's funny you mentioned that on the phone to my mom last night because I'm right now in the process of trying to change medications and start a new medication.
Okay.
And I said, it'd be really nice to get this going before my seasonal depression really starts to kick in.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Darkness is not my old friend.
No, I know. Trying to be ironic. Maybe the wrong time to play that song clip. Hey, speaking of ticket giveaways, Jeff Dunham, he was our second concert announcement yesterday. On a very busy Monday, he's going to be back in Cedar Rapids next April.
Speaking of ticket giveaways.
I know. It's the worst. It's like, listen.
I'm like, wait, did I not hear something? We were talking about darkness.
It's like I'm a politician and somebody asks me for my economic plan and I go, Jeff Dunham. I'm just deflect.
Okay, so yes, Jeff Dunham was our concert announcement at 11? Was it the 10 or I don't even remember. Yesterday was so long ago.
Cortland doesn't remember how long we were at work yesterday, but it was a while.
So yes, we announced that Jeff Dunham is coming back to Cedar Rapids. This is happening in April of next year. And, hey, if you want tickets in the first 4 rows, you're in luck because yesterday we did row 5.
Yes, 4th row tickets today. And we'll be giving these away for the rest of the week at around 7:10. And no, we're not going to do clips of Dunham characters. We've done that before. We're going to go 2 truths and a lie. We're going to learn all about the amazing career of Jeff Dunham.
And I'll tell you what, I'm putting together these facts right now. Very interesting life he's had.
Yes.
I mean, you kind of have to have an interesting life to be a ventriloquist.
Yeah.
So.
Also, yeah, if you've been playing with dolls at an early age, your life is probably kind of interesting. Also, there's another fact. You remember, I don't want to give this away on the air because I think we'll probably include it. But do you remember, we talked to him and interviewed Jeff on the air before. Do you remember a little nugget that he dropped when we interviewed him a few years ago?
No.
About why he enjoys coming back to Iowa?
No.
Do you remember? Okay, I'll tell you off the air. Maybe you'll throw it in your 2 truths and a lie fact sheet.
Okay.
All right. That's called a tease,
or you
folks.
could just tell us.
Okay.
I can't believe you remember that long ago.
He had a daughter that went to Cornell College in Mount Vernon.
Oh, yeah. Was that him? Yeah.
Yes, that was Jeff. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Totally forgot about that.
All right. Well, more unforgettable facts coming up at 7:10 with 2 truths and a lie for Jeff Dunham tickets on 98.1 K-Hawk. Country 98.1 K-Hawk, Blake and Honeybee. It's Brain and Cortland on the first day of October. And if you are not a fan of traffic cameras, then you are happy with the news that broke yesterday.
Is there anybody who's actually like, you know what? I love traffic cameras.
Love it when I get that little unbeknownst love letter in the mail saying I was going too fast.
I mean, maybe if you always drive exactly the speed limit, then you're like, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad we have these.
Suck it, speeders.
But I don't know anybody who's thrilled about them.
So there was a new law that was approved by the Iowa legislature, signed into law by Governor Kim Reynolds, that required cities basically to request permits to justify the use of automated traffic enforcement cameras. And so the Iowa DOT said they got 348 permits okay, from cities across the state wanting to use or to get permission to keep these traffic cameras up.
That seems like a lot.
And out of those 348, do you know how many the DOT approved? 11.
Oh, no.
Yes. Whoops. So here we go. As of today, there will now be fixed traffic cameras in only 4 Iowa cities. Cedar Rapids with 4, Davenport with 4, and 1 each in Des Moines, Marshalltown, and LeClaire. Des Moines got hosed. They only get 1? You only got 1 traffic camera approved in Des Moines?
Haha, we beat you.
Yes, suck it. So here we go. The 4 approved camera locations in Cedar Rapids. Now, for anybody speeding on 380 right now, slow down, because the cameras at I-380 northbound at Diagonal and I-380 southbound at J Avenue will remain.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, locations at Williams Boulevard and 16th Avenue northbound and southbound, those will also remain. But there are a whole bunch of other camera locations that were rejected in Cedar Rapids, including J Avenue, 1st Avenue on 380, 1st Avenue and 10th Street, 1st Avenue and L Street, Edgewood Road and 42nd Street, and Centerpoint Road and Collins Road. By the way, all traffic cameras in Marion, they were all rejected. None of the traffic cameras in Marion that were proposed were accepted.
Wow, I feel like you're a little excited about that.
I find that hard to believe. I can't believe it.
Why did they say why they rejected all of these other cameras?
No reason was given.
Interesting.
It's according to this new state law. Mm-hmm. Now, the Iowa DOT did approve a whole bunch of mobile camera locations in the state, including 2 in Cedar Rapids and 29 in Marion. So I guess I got to watch out for the mobile cameras in Marion, because apparently they approved 29 different locations where that thing can be set up.
Real sneaky.
So, yeah. So anyway, if you want to check out the locations that were shot down and the cameras that are up and running, we have the list up on the K-Hawk app. So there you go. You've been warned. By the way, all the cameras that make the list, they're turned off as of today.
Oh,
so,
okay.
As of right now, they can no longer
But have
be used.
they issued tickets already?
Well, sure. Yeah, I mean, if you got a ticket.
But it was before it was approved, though.
If you got I don't know how that's going to work. God, Cortland, that's a great question that I don't have the answers to.
All right, if you have the answers,
okay,
call us.
I mean, listen, hang on. We're going to talk to the Town Square legal team, and we're going to see if we can get this figured out.
Well, I'm just confused. I mean, how do you issue tickets with a traffic camera that wasn't approved by the DOT?
That is now been deemed. And
expect people to pay it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I think we found your legal argument for not paying that ticket.
Loophole.
Hello. It's Braden Cortland on 98.1 K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids, #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Love you, miss you, mean it, from Luke Bryan. It's Braden Cortland, and we are giving away tickets to see Jeff Dunham, the comedian, coming up at 7:10. So stay tuned for that. But the other big announcement that we had yesterday, the concert news that we broke at 10, was Cody Johnson returning to the area. Also a show coming up in 2025.
Yeah, we were really excited to reveal that because he's coming with Ashley McBride and Drew Baldridge.
Good show.
So it's 3 great artists, not just one.
Yep, and that concert is going to be at Vibrant Arena in Moline. The date is Saturday night, January 25th. Yes, bundle up and head to Kojo in Moline.
What else are you doing in January?
That's exactly right. It's the perfect time to go see a show. If you're wondering about tickets, they will go on sale a week from Friday. So Friday, October 11th at 10 a.m., courtesy of Ticketmaster. So we have all the information on the Cody Johnson concert up on the K-Hawk app.
And obviously, as we get closer to that show, we're going to be doing more ticket giveaways. We gave away the first pair of tickets yesterday.
Yep, more tickets on the way for Cody Johnson. You better believe it. So if you want to find out more about his show in Moline this January, head to the 98.1 K-Hawk app. Country 98.1 K-Hawk. That's Rodney Atkins. Braden Cortland with you on a Tuesday. And things Cortland have lined up today, like we rarely see them line up because, first of all, it's Tuesday. That means listener lunch today. We're excited to be going to Mas Margaritas Mexican restaurant all October long.
Yep. Haven't been there yet for listener lunch. Yep. Very excited about it.
Yes, we are.
But not only are we going to a Mexican restaurant for our first October listener lunch, today is a Taco Tuesday, as they call it.
Of course it is.
And it's also National Taco Day.
What have we done to deserve this all lining up together?
I know, isn't that crazy? Because National Taco Day is always held on October 1st. So it obviously doesn't always fall on a Tuesday. But The stars have aligned, and it is about to be an epic Tuesday.
Because, listen, who doesn't like tacos? 90% of people, according to a survey, say they like tacos.
I want to know who hurt those other 10% of people.
Yeah, those are the people I'm concerned about. What
do you mean you don't like a taco? Like, it's just some sort of breading with meat and cheese in it. Yeah. What is there not to like?
It's so many options.
And even if you're like a vegetarian or a vegan, you can still eat tacos. Tacos are a very versatile food.
They are. They can be so many different things to so many different people.
I think the 10% of people who say they don't like tacos are just saying it to be different.
They're contrarians.
It's like people who are like, I hate pizza. No, you don't.
You really don't.
Stop lying.
Tacos are overrated, said no one ever. Now, if you're wondering where to get the quote-unquote best tacos in the state of Iowa. I mean, because we all have our favorite places that we go for Mexican food. That's just kind of the way it works.
Yeah, we have so many great options here in the Cedar Rapids area.
However, the best place in Iowa is where?
Well, according to Yelp, they did a National Taco Day list of the highest rated, best rated Mexican restaurants in all 50 states.
Okay.
And the one for Iowa has multiple locations. It's called Flame the Taqueria. It's over in Johnston. But they also have one in Bondurant. I was hoping I would say that correctly.
You're welcome.
Clearly, I've never been there.
No.
They have another one in Ankeny.
Okay.
But then they also have a food truck that travels to different events around the area, as well as catering.
That's smart.
So they are just about everywhere in central Iowa.
Okay. So if you're in that neck of the woods or you're traveling over there on a Taco Tuesday, you'll definitely want to head to one of their locations, or maybe you'll be lucky and you can catch their food truck roaming around. So
I can't keep looking at these pictures. It's killing me.
Yeah. So listen, what's your favorite variety type of taco? What's your taco type?
Well, I love like the quesadilla tacos that you can get at different places.
I tried those for the first time probably in the last 2 months.
Where?
At Rio Burritos.
Okay.
And
I have not been to Rio yet. I hear very good things about them.
My God.
But there is a Mexican restaurant downtown called El Dorado.
Okay.
And I don't think a lot of people know that it's there, but you should, because the quesadilla tacos are outstanding. Like whenever I bring somebody there, I tell them that's what they have to order, and no one has ever been disappointed.
Yeah, just the burrito tacos, and then you dip it in the consomme.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
yeah. It changes the way you look at tacos. And they give you 3 tacos, and it's like, how am I supposed to eat 3 of these?
You're
looking at it, and you're like, this doesn't look like a lot of food. And then you start eating, and you're like, oh my God.
What am I going to do?
So much.
Hey, get out there and celebrate Taco Tuesday.
On a National Taco Day.
We're going to be celebrating in some form or fashion at Mas Margaritas.
Oh my gosh. So. I think the second we sit down, I'm going to say, bring me your biggest bowl of queso.
Okay. I'd like to dip all the tacos in this queso.
Just give me a bucket.
If you want to read more about the best tacos in Iowa, we have that info up on the 98.1 K-Hawk app. 98.1 K-Hawk Dasher with Austin. Braden and Cortland on a Tuesday morning. Our concert announcement yesterday morning, you had to wait till 11 a.m., but it was worth the wait because we revealed that Jeff Dunham coming back to Cedar Rapids on April 11th of 2025.
And this week, we are giving away tickets in the first 5 rows. So we gave away 5th row tickets when we made the announcement yesterday. But the rest of the week, your chance comes at 7:10. And today, we're doing 4th row tickets.
4th row tickets to see Jeff Dunham with our game called 2 Truths and a Lie. We'll have 3 facts about Jeff. Only one has been changed slightly to be a lie.
I spent about 20 minutes reading all about Jeff Dunham this morning to come up with these facts. Very interesting life.
He's a very interesting guy. You're right.
So, Are you ready for our 3 facts today?
Here we go.
All right. Number 1, Jeff was born in Houston, Texas. Number 2, Jeff started doing ventriloquism when he was 8 years old. Or number 3, Jeff was adopted when he was 3 months old.
Okay, so one of those has been changed a bit to make it a lie. One more time.
Number 1, Jeff was born in Houston, Texas. Number 2, Jeff started doing ventriloquism when he was 8 years old. Or number 3, Jeff was adopted when he was 3 months old. Which one of those is a lie?
Caller 10 gets to guess first at 365-3698 or hit the call us button using your 98.1 K-Hawk app. And if you're right, you're in the 4th row for Jeff Dunham. Good luck from 98.1 K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids giving away 4th row tickets to see Jeff Dunham.
K-Hawk, good morning. You are caller number 10. Who's this and where are you calling from?
Oh, this is Robin from Cedar Rapids.
All right, Robin, here are your 3 Jeff Dunham facts.
Number 1, Jeff was born in Houston, Texas. Number 2, Jeff started doing ventriloquism when he was 8 years old. Or number 3, Jeff was adopted when he was 3 months old.
Which one's the lie?
I'm going to go with born in Houston.
Correct!
You are absolutely right.
He was actually born
Oh my
in
gosh.
Dallas, Texas.
That is funny.
Hey, congratulations. It got you in the
Yay.
4th row for Jeff Dunham.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Yes, nice job, Robin. Yes, Jeff not born in Houston, but Dallas, Texas. So
Dallas, Texas.
didn't fool Robin.
Also, he started doing ventriloquism when he was 8 years old because he was gifted a ventriloquist dummy with a how-to manual when he was 8. And that's when he decided that this is what he's going to do for the rest of his life.
It's just amazing and funny how you fall into certain activities like that. And obviously we'll learn more about Jeff and his career as we play 2 Truths and a Lie.
Are you smarter than us?
Cedar Rapids #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. It's Brain and Cortland, and it's time to play Are You Smarter Than Brains Kids? Brought to you by Wild Hogs in Walford.
We are very excited to welcome a first-timer on the phone this morning. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning.
Lisa, what you doing this morning? Are you going to work?
On my way to work, yes.
Can you say where?
Linn-Mar High School.
Oh, well, hey, thanks for calling in. We appreciate it.
Well, look at that. You work in a school.
Well, this should be easy.
Yeah.
This should be easy, Lisa.
I hope so.
Just a reminder, you got to get all 3 questions right to get that Wild Hogs gift card, so good luck.
All right, here we go. Question number 1, a little American history for you. What major American war began on April 12th of 1861?
Oh, boy. The Revolutionary War.
Study harder.
Oh, it was actually the Civil War.
Yeah.
The Civil
shoot.
War. That's okay. That's okay. We got 2 more questions for you.
Okay.
All right, Lisa, question 2, science. Which blood type is known as the universal donor?
O.
Yes, we will take O, but do you know if it's O positive or O negative?
O positive.
Negative. It's actually O negative.
It's so negative. But we're giving you credit for that because you said, oh, nice job.
Yes, you have credit for that one.
Yeah.
All right, finally, I think this one's kind of a tricky one, so I apologize in advance.
She does.
In which country did the tradition of Halloween originate?
And it's tricky. I'm going to say Germany, which probably isn't right if it's tricky.
No, but you're on the right continent.
You're close. You're closer than I was, Lisa.
Ireland.
Okay.
Ireland is actually where Halloween originated, which I don't think a lot of people know that.
I don't think so either. I had no clue.
Well, I figured we would
I
do
better go.
a Halloween
I better
question
go to
because
school.
it is October now. So,
But yeah, Lisa, get to school and don't tell the kids how many you got wrong.
I should say that I teach math.
oh,
And look, we didn't
have any math questions today. Darn it!
Next time, Lisa. Next time. The one topic that Lisa teaches at school,
And
we
it's
didn't.
so funny because I almost picked a math question this morning.
Oh, my gosh.
So close. By the way, in case you're wondering, the Revolutionary War was begun in 1775.
Yes.
And then,
Independence, yes. I think.
yes, O positive red blood cells are not universally compatible to all types, but they are compatible to any red blood cells that are positive.
Okay. I'll
So
keep
like
that
A
in mind.
positive, B positive.
And yeah, I don't think a lot of people realize that Halloween originated in Ireland. I think a lot of people may guess. I guessed Mexico because of the whole Dia de Muertos celebrations that go on
Yes,
down there.
which I think is kind of a separate thing.
From Halloween, yes.
Apparently, it originated in the Celtic regions of Ireland and the United Kingdom. And this is something that I learned when I was in Ireland from our tour guide. But I just want to clarify, I did not make up the question. I found it on an Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader quiz online. So
And that is how we do our research here at K-Hawk.
yes, I don't make up any of the questions by myself.
It's called the internet, people. It's Braden Cortland at K-Hawk. New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. With Justin Moore, and this is My Dirt. Braden Cortland on a Tuesday, which means we are kicking off October Listener Lunch a little later on this morning. Heading up to Mas Margaritas off of Boyson Road in Cedar Rapids.
Very excited, especially because it is a Taco Tuesday and National Taco Day. So I feel like it's fitting that we should get tacos today.
I mean, listen, the entire menu, it's up for grabs.
But
today.
if you don't think that I'm getting chips and queso and guac, you're out of your mind.
Okay. All right. I'll just sit back and watch the carnage begin.
It's going to be a bad month because...
It's going to be a great month. What are you talking about?
No, here's why. Because when you put chips and queso and salsa and guacamole in front of me, I don't have a limit. You know, some people are like, I'm full, I'll stop eating. I won't stop eating the chips and all the dips until they're gone. And if you keep bringing me more, I will keep eating it until I die. Like there's no full bar when I'm eating it. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure you feel the same way about taco pizza.
I don't know if I feel the same way about anything that you feel about chips and queso. I don't care if I'm full. I'm going to eat it till I die.
It's not even that I don't care that I'm full. It's like my body's like, no, we don't get full of this.
You're full of other things. Trust me, you're not full of this. Congrats to Stephanie, our winner this week. Stephanie and her coworkers with ESP and Cedar Rapids joining us for listener lunch. And if you want to get entered and find out how much chips and queso Cortland can eat on a Tuesday in October, it's a 5 Tuesday month too. So even after today, we still got 4 weeks left at Mas Margaritas. Get entered on the 98.1 K-Hawk app.
Here's today's country music news of the day. It's Brain and Cortland's Country Quickies on 98.1 K-Hawk.
Well, starting off with some big concert news. They've been teasing, they've been hinting, and finally Rascal Flatts has made it official. They're hitting the road next year for their 25th anniversary tour. Of course, back in 2020, they were going to go on a farewell tour, but the pandemic kind of ended that and everything else in 2020. But now they've announced a 21-date Life is a Highway tour. It'll kick off February in Indiana. Lauren Elena and Chris Lane are the opening acts, in case you were wondering. The band had been teasing, including a video I saw last night on TikTok, where each of the band members were shown walking into a stage area where it said rehearsals. And I went, okay, something's going on. The tour is official. And it does include a stop here in K-Hawk Country. Rascal Flatts will be in Moline, Vibrant Arena in Moline. The date for that show is March 1st. Tickets go on sale Friday morning at 10 a.m. for the Rascal Flatts 25-year reunion tour. How has it been 25 years? I played all their songs when they were released, which means me and Rascal Flatts are old.
Quick. Favorite Rascal Flatts song ever?
Oh, come on.
First one that pops into your head.
I mean, Bless the Broken Road is pretty good.
What do you mean pretty good?
What about you? Favorite Rascal Flatts song?
Fast Cars and Freedom will always be.
It's fantastic.
Always be my favorite.
Stay tuned for more details on the Rascal Flatts reunion tour.
Here's some more big news. Lainey Wilson is going to try her hand at hosting. The CMA Awards announced yesterday that Lainey will host the show alongside Luke Bryan and Peyton Manning, who of course hosted the event together last year. The announcement video shows Luke and Peyton jamming out to Hang Tight Honey in a car, and then Lainey pops up in the back seat and scares the bejesus out of them. The CMA Awards are going to air live on November 20th on ABC at Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, with performers and presenters to still be announced.
So much of the Southeast is recovering in the wake of Hurricane Helene, which has left over 100 people confirmed dead. Especially hard hit are the Carolinas, Georgia, Florida, and Tennessee. Morgan Wallen, the latest country star to reach out. Morgan announcing yesterday that he's donating $500,000, $500,000 to the American Red Cross to help support his home state. We know that Luke Combs is also working on an event to help raise more money for victims of the hurricane. So shout out to Morgan Wallen for putting his money where his mouth is. We appreciate it.
And finally, Ella Langley has announced a new deluxe edition of her debut album, Hangover, which was released back in August. The new version will feature 4 new songs, one of which is called Weren't for the Wind, and that one is going to be out this Friday. The rest of the new songs will be available on November 1st.
All right, those are your quickies this morning. It's Brain and Cortland on 98.1 K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids, number one for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Pour Me a Drink from Post Malone and Blake Shelton. It's Brain and Cortland on a Tuesday morning. We got concert news we didn't even know we were getting this morning. Although they announced that they had been teasing a bit of a reunion. We're talking, of course, about Rascal Flatts.
I just feel like it's very rare that we don't know about a concert announcement. They must have been keeping this so hush-hush because, the show is coming to Moline, which is kind of in our territory.
It's in our area. It's in our neck of the woods.
We got a lot of people who are willing to drive to Moline for concerts, that's for sure.
So, yes, Rascal Flatts announcing today their 25th anniversary tour. I don't know if they're going to call it a farewell tour. Back in 2020 or prior to 2020, they were going to do a farewell tour. That's what they were calling it for their 20th anniversary. And then, of course, the pandemic hit. That got canceled. Everything got canceled.
So they were like, let's wait a few years. So for their 25-year anniversary, they announced this tour, which is called the Life is a Highway Tour.
Of course it is. And I think that I'm hoping that the group is in a better place now than they were in 2020. Of course, I guess I'm speaking primarily about Joe Don Rooney, who is now 3 years sober, we found out last month, which is fantastic.
And I know that touring is so difficult for artists who are going through addiction battles. So I really hope that he's able to stay sober.
I do too. I wish them nothing but the best because Rascal Flatts was one of those groups when they came along, 25 years ago, back in the year 2000. I remember when they first came out, they were represented by, was it Lyric Street, which I think was a subsidiary of the Disney company.
Okay.
And so when they came out, you got to go to like a movie theater and you got to see their music videos and stuff. And that's how they kind of introduced them to members of country radio. And so I just vividly remember these three young kids and it's like, wow, their harmonies are really good. Wonder if they'll make it. and they clearly did.
How many times have you seen them live?
I can't count the number of times. I'd have to really go back and think about it. I've seen them definitely a number of times. We were talking about where we'd seen them. The last time I saw them in concert, I think, was down in Moline at a concert there at the Mark.
Okay.
Or Vibrant Arena, as it's now called.
The last time I saw them was at my very first, it was called Tree Town Music Festival at the time.
I remember that.
And they were one of the first times, I think the first time where I met an artist and I teared up. Because, I came into K-Hawk in the world of country music without really having a lot of country music knowledge. But Rascal Flatts was one of those groups that kind of transcended genres, right?
They crossed over a bit, yeah.
Everybody knew who Rascal Flatts was. Bless the Broken Road, obviously, was a huge song. I had one of their albums on repeat, on loop. I knew every single word to every single song on the album. And so to actually see them live and meet them, I got choked up a little bit because I'm like, I've been listening to your music for so long.
And I've met them several different times too during backstage experiences, and all three guys were always very nice, very personable. They always took time to interact with fans and media. They were just really good guys, good dudes.
I was looking up the last time you and I were wondering, have they played the Great Jones County Fair? And it looks like 2005 was the year they played the fair, which
I don't remember.
Quite a while ago.
It's been a few years. I don't remember that show. So, once again, the show hitting Vibrant Arena in Moline. The date for that is March 1st of 2025.
Which is a Saturday.
Now, tickets go on sale this Friday, correct?
Yes, this Friday at 10 a.m.
We have all the information about the Rascal Flatts reunion, the 25th anniversary tour, up on the K-Hawk app for you to check out, and we'll let you know if we have tickets to give away and any other updates. Right now, only 21 dates. I'm guessing maybe they wait and see how that sells, and maybe they'll expand that.
Yeah, and I definitely 100% want tickets to this show.
Definitely will go see Rascal Flatts. Check out more info on the K-Hawk app. Cedar Rapids number one for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Shabuzi and a bar song. It's Brain and Cortland. And tune in this afternoon for another chance to win big with the Iowa Lottery. Sloppy Joe has a chance to win 12 more of these Iowa Lottery Cyclone scratch tickets.
That must be nice.
Yeah.
I bought 2 scratch tickets yesterday.
Oh, what'd you win?
Nothing.
Good. For you.
I was really upset. I was like, come on, I need some money. And I didn't get anything.
Not even your money back.
I'm a little upset with the Iowa lottery.
Well, listen, you could win 12 of these Iowa Lottery Cycle and Scratch tickets.
You don't have to spend any money on them.
That's just it. You don't have to worry.
What do you have to lose?
If they're all losers, which they probably aren't. And the top prize in this game is $50,000. Or you could win Cyclone game day experiences, including that trip to Ireland where they kick off the college football season next season.
Oh.
So tune in at 4:40. Sloppy Joe with your chance to win from the Iowa Lottery in 98.1 K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Latest from Jordan Davis. It's called I Ain't Saying. I like that song a lot.
It's so catchy.
Very catchy. Braden Cortland giving you your latest code to enter on the K-Hawk app. How does I bet some people think $30,000 sounds catchy. Hey, I could listen to that all day long. View my bank account with $30,000 in it.
Okay, what's the code?
You don't. I'm trying to hype us up, Cortland.
I mean, $30,000 kind of hypes itself up, right? Nobody's
Fine.
like, well, if only Brain had said something more exciting.
I'm trying to sell the sizzle.
Maybe I'd care about $30,000 if Brain talked about it more interestingly.
All right, here's your code. I know that's what you're waiting to hear. 355.
355.
You're right, though. There are people out there going, shut up!
Just give me the code.
What are the 3 digits, man? 355. Get that entered right now on your 98.1 K-Hawk app. We have another code coming up, of course, next hour at around 10:20. So there's been a lot of celebrity passings the last few days.
Yeah, we had Chris Christopherson.
Yes.
We also had Dame Maggie Smith.
I know. Yesterday, though, there were 2 passings in the world of sports. There was former NBA Defensive Player of the Year, Dikembe Mutombo, passing away from brain cancer at the age of 58. One of the best defensive centers in the history of basketball. And he also did tons of charitable work in his home country of Africa. And just a really great guy. And it was sad to see that. And also passing away yesterday, the passing that got the most headlines, baseball's Pete Rose passing away at the age of 83.
Now, I'm not really familiar with Pete Rose, so you got to tell me a little bit about him.
So I'm old enough where I remember Pete Rose vaguely as the manager of the Cincinnati Reds. But growing up a baseball fan, I knew about the legacy and the history of Pete Rose. Okay, as a player, here are some of his accomplishments. 1975 World Series MVP, National League MVP, 17-time All-Star, 3-time World Series champion, 3-time National League batting champion, 2-time Gold Glove winner, the most hits in Major League Baseball history, the most total bases, the most walks. He was an amazing player.
Why don't you just tell me the records he didn't break?
Yeah, I know. And his nickname on the baseball field was Charlie Hustle. He had one speed, and it was full speed all the time. Didn't matter what game it was. He famously ended an all-star game by barreling headfirst into the catcher because he wanted his team to win the all-star game. Ended the catcher's career with a shoulder injury.
Oh, my God.
He knew one speed. He played the game the way that I think a lot of people would agree that the game should be played. But that, unfortunately, is not all of what Pete Rose is remembered for. He was banned from baseball by then baseball commissioner Paul Giamatti for betting on the game of baseball, which is, in baseball, the cardinal sin. It's when you walk into a clubhouse, they have rules listed, and the number one rule is you don't bet on baseball. And
no athletes are supposed to bet on the sport that they play, right?
Yeah, but Cortland, look at the age we live in right now. Look at all of the sports sites that are reporting on Pete Rose's passing are running advertisements for all these gambling sites that are now legal. And Iowa isn't the only state. They're legal all over the place. And I'm not saying that what Pete Rose did was wrong. My whole thing is...
Was he betting on it while he was on the team?
He was manager. He never bet on the game while he was a player, but he bet when he was the manager of the Reds. And he was banned for life. And the other thing that really hampered Pete Rose and him trying to get back into baseball, back into the Hall of Fame, he's not in the Hall of Fame. I think that's why people are really upset about it, is he was not contrite. He did not admit that he bet on baseball until very late in his life. And even then was not real, sincere in his apologies. And I just think that rubbed people the wrong way. And they're like, listen, all you would have had to have done was to come clean, say, I have a disease, because he was a compulsive gambler.
Oh, okay.
And we tend to forgive people over the course of time. Maybe he could have gotten into the Hall of Fame when he was still alive, and now he didn't.
So he just kind of like tainted his own legacy.
He did. He completely tainted his own legacy. Mm-hmm. If you just judge Pete Rose for what he did on the baseball field, he is one of the greatest baseball players of all time and is a surefire first ballot Hall of Famer. But that's not what we do in this country. We tend to look at you for your whole package, whether that's deserved or not. And I think it's kind of unfair because I'm sure there are people in other halls of fame, baseball, football, what have you, who are also terrible people off the field, but maybe they didn't get caught.
Do you think that now they'll put him in the Baseball Hall of Fame?
I do. I do. I think that he'll get in posthumously at some point in time, and his family will probably, maybe they won't go because it's kind of a slap in the face at this point in time. So anyway, he's a complicated legacy, and you can read more about Pete's passing on the 98.1 K-Hawk app. Cedar Rapids #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Miles on it. Kane Brown and Marshmallow. Brain and Cortland wrapping it up here on a Tuesday.
A Taco Tuesday, a National Taco Day, and a Listener Lunch Tuesday where we are at a Mexican restaurant.
Let's run down the checklist, Cortland. Chips on the table?
Yes.
Check. Guac?
Uh-huh.
Check. Queso?
Mm-hmm.
Probably salsa, of course.
Yeah, that just comes with when you sit down.
What are you feeling about today at Mas Margarita?
I don't know. They have like a really good version of a burrito bowl that I enjoy a lot, and it's so much food that it ends up being 2 meals. And so I was thinking about that, but I don't know. Maybe I'll do some fajitas today.
Oh boy,
my fajitas.
My fajitas.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. The last time I was up at Mas Margaritas, I was more into their beverage menu, if you know what I'm talking about. But
yeah, well,
there's a new appetizer up there on the menu that I've been told I need to try, or that we need to try. So we'll check that out today when we get there for listener lunch. So can't wait to try it for the first time.
I'm so hungry.
All right, dad joke. The first dad joke of October as our fall theme continues.
All right. Hey, Brain, what kind of music did the Pilgrims listen to?
Plymouth Rock?
Yeah.
Yes! Finally! I am able to figure out.
That one was kind of on the nose.
That was pretty good, though. I love a little Plymouth Rock.
Love a little Pilgrim humor.
Yes. I mean, they were always so buttoned up and official, but, they could really let their bonnets down if you let them. I mean, they're a lot of fun.
Take those big hats and just toss them into the sea.
That's right, Pilgrim. All right, back tomorrow morning, bright and early at 5 a.m. Until then, have a great Tuesday. So long.